Eva, thanks so much for joining us. So, your country, the Netherlands, is famous for its agricultural output. Now it's famous for insects. This feels like the leading edge of a global trend. Do you think that it is?
Absolutely. There's no surprise there. I mean, my country really is, sadly, the pilot country for an organization like the World Economic Forum. We are sort of the tester kit of the 2030 agenda. So the fact that we, the second largest exporter of agricultural products in the world, our nation with such a rich farming history is now cracking down on its farms and opening insect factories should be of no surprise to you. And, you know, this is not something that is just going to affect the food supply of the Netherlands. Like I said, we're the second largest exporter of agricultural products in the world after America. So this will influence the food supply worldwide. And we've spoken to farmers who said, well, this could lead to actual starvation if we're not careful.
I have to ask about the role of the population in this, since purportedly the Netherlands, like the United States, is a democracy. Do the people of the Netherlands want to eat bugs? Is this happening because there was a popular outcry, bring us more bugs?
No, of course not. Nobody's being asked. And I think that that's the point, you know. Nobody really inherently wants to eat bugs. When we think about bugs, crawly things, you know, nobody wants to eat that.
Right.
But they're telling us that it's good for the climate, that this is the way that we can save the planet. And that little steak that you have on your plate that gives you some joy in life is what actually ruins the world. And of course, none of that is true. I think that the push for insect eating is just a compliance test. Because our politicians know that when they control the food, they control the people.
I mean, why not earthworms and rats, as long as you're humiliating people on purpose by making them eat repulsive things?
Exactly. Well, I think that that's the whole point. So, you know, don't give them any ideas, Tucker. I think the rats and the mice and all of that are next on the menu after the crickets that they now are trying to put in our food.
So my last question is, what has the pushback been like? A country with a 1,000-year history of growing food has got to be resistant to this. Have people made that clear, that resistance?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had massive protests. So our farmers' protests that you and I have been speaking about plenty of times now and that also have been featured in this documentary, they've been very successful. So we actually had elections just now in the Netherlands where a lot of people, actually the largest party was the Farmers' Party. So the Dutch people don't want to be eating insects. We understand that a traditional profession such as farming that we have been good at for centuries on end is not the cause of a modern day so-called crisis such as climate change. So no, the people know what they want. Right. We don't want to be eating insects. We want our steak. And as long as we, keep saying no to this insect push, we might still have a chance of eating it. But I